Hey everybody, this is Miss Emily from STEM, and today we are going to talk about shapes, which shapes falls under geometry and math. So we're talking about the M in STEM, which is math. So today we're going to talk a little bit about these, and then I'm going to challenge you to go on a scavenger hunt, all right? So first let's talk about two-dimensional shapes, right? Two-dimensional shapes have a length and a width. So you can measure the different sides. So the length of this one would be longer than its width. And it's a two-dimensional shape. It doesn't have anything else. You're going to see rectangles, triangles, circles, quadrilaterals, which also are a rhombus. You've got a square, which is a quadrilateral, but not all quadrilaterals are squares. It's a tricky thing. Pentagon, you've also got an octagon, like a stop sign, right? You've got all these different amazing shapes around you. But you've also got three-dimensional shapes, right? Three-dimensional shapes, they have a length, they have a width, the length, they have a width, but they also have a height. So they are tall as much as they are wide and long and different things. So on this picture, you can see the dotted lines kind of let your eyes have a trick, and it shows that there is a back to this, that it's not just a flat shape. It's actually got some height to it and some dimension, which that dimension is the 3-dimension, right? So we've got a cylinder, a cone, a cube, a sphere, a rectangular prism, a pyramid, and a triangular prism. Now you're thinking, well, both of those are triangles, right? What's the difference? So a prism has a square or rectangular bottom. Oh, nope, just kidding. What is that one? Oh, it's got, there's like this one has a square side or a rectangle side here, a rectangle side here, and a rectangle side here, right? And the only two triangles are the two at the opposite ends. So it's not all a bunch of triangles. Whereas a pyramid, it's a bunch of triangles with a square or rectangle base. Rectangle, it's got rectangles, but it's also got two square ends to it, right? All right, so some options around your house. You can have this is just a box of sticky notes, right? So these, the stack of them, this stack is actually a rectangular prism. It would be a cube if it was the same height as it is, the width and all of that. If I take one piece of paper and stick it down, now it's just a square, right? It's just a four-sided square. There's no height to it. There's only a width and a length. But this, it does have a height, a very small height, but it has a height. So you're looking for things that are flat, which are going to be your two-dimensional shapes, and then you're going to look for things with a height or that are thick, and these are your three-dimensional shapes. So let's start looking. Some examples would be the tile on the floor. The tile on our floor is squares. It's flat. There's no height to it, right? So it's a two-dimensional shape. This rug, I would say, is also a two-dimensional shape, but I'd also say it's an irregular shape, because it's not a perfect rectangle. If I measured it, one side might be a slightly bigger, and it's real floppy. Now, there's a door. The door is a giant rectangle, but as you can see, it's got a thickness. So it's got a height, it's got a width, and it's got this is your width right here, and it's got a length and a height. All right, so it's got 3 dimensions. Let's look at the doorknob. What do we think the doorknob is? Well, this part is a circle, right? But it's also got a little bit of a width right there. This will be interesting. Go around your house, take pictures of shapes, and try to identify them. Get your older siblings to identify them, or your parents to identify them, and show them what you know. Have fun!